I'm going to show you guys how to propagate pothos for your aquarium. So I'm going to show you guys how to propagate pothos for aquarium use. It's going to be fairly easy. What you're going to need first is a pothos plant, like what we have right here. This is a mother plant, you would say. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut a stem that's about 6 inches to a foot long, so that you could cut it and trim it to a length where it could dip into the water or into the aquarium. So let me go ahead and show you guys how we're going to cut it. So here's my mother plant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece that's around 6 inches to a foot long, and I'll look for something that's, you know, I'll cut it near the node area, which is going to be right around here. If I was going to choose this one, this is the node right here. This is if I was going to cut the pothos right here, this is where it would be rooting out at. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to propagate it in water. I'm gonna cut this piece right back here on the back side of my pothos plant. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it so I can work with it on the floor. So this is what you end up with. I'm gonna show you guys what I'll do with it next. So you should end up with about a 6 inch to a foot long pothos stem. And what you're gonna do is just get any type of glass jar, or you could start putting this in the back of the aquarium like this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and propagate it for a couple weeks in this glass vase or glass jar. And then until I see a couple roots on here, then I'll go ahead and stick it in the back of my aquarium, or either hang on the back filter or on top of the aquarium. And when you do put it, just put the bottom portion in the aquarium, just like the first couple inches, first 3 inches of stem in the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this glass jar up with water. I just want to go ahead and fill it up just so it covers the bottom portion of the pothos stem. So I filled up the jar about 3/4 of the way full. So then you just go ahead and stick your pothos in the water that you're going to propagate it in. And this you could go straight to the aquarium just like this. I just like to put in the jar first and get a couple roots started. Then after a couple weeks, then I'll go ahead and stick it in my aquarium. And if you wanted to propagate pothos, not for aquariums, you could do the same technique. You don't need to necessarily cut it just as long. What you could do is you could cut each node. Each leaf has a node, and you just cut each leaf, and you could end up with at least 5 to 6 nodes, and then you could just propagate them all together. And then that's a way of propagating it for an indoor plant. And when propagating, you want to keep it in like an indirect light is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it across from a window that I have. I'll leave it there for about 2 to 3 weeks until I start seeing the root growth. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys pothos that I've been growing in my aquarium for about a year now. Alright, thank you guys for watching my video on how to propagate a pothos plant for our aquariums.